Good morning. Okay. Hello again. This is John Moody with Moody Mystery. You may be wondering, okay, ooh, Moody's streaming again. Woohoo! Well, I just decided to have a little pop-up stream. I mean, I just and thought Ultima 2. That started with that. It's Commodore 64, so this will be the Commodore 64 game on Fridays. I'll probably be playing for a little bit while. Um, while I'm doing that, though, one thing I like to do is a lot of the older Ultimas. There was a lot of grinding, a lot of where you just like had to fight monsters. And so what I'm gonna do is for a lot of these streams, I'm going to when I'm doing grinding instead of kind of like grinding. I'm actually going to combine it with something else. So right now I have there's University of Georgia football going on, and they're ranked third. They're going against the Oregon Ducks. Okay, but let's talk about the game we're going to play today. We're going to talk about Ultima 2. First thing about Ultima 2 is character creation. Now, so you have 90 points to distribute. So you may say, let's make everything 15. Okay, well, I'm actually going to distribute them a little bit less. Strength, I'm going to go 14. And agility, 16. And everything else is going to be 15. Now, the reason for that is because later on in the game, you can actually raise the attributes but it only does it in groups of 4. So in other words, if you're going to, if the so with with respect to raising attributes, it does it 4 points at a time. What I'm going to go with a male. A male gives me some strength, race, elf. Elf gives me some agility. I want that. And type, I'm going with a thief. Okay, I'm going to name it after one of the mystery characters. Fred Jones. Fortunately, I can't. Well, oh, I have an idea. Okay, it seems like it only let me do letters, so. Okay, yes. Okay, so I'm going to insert the program disk, so you do that by selecting disk. Yes, we're going to save it. You're going to hit F1. Okay, so now we're going to insert the player disk. So select disk and hit F1. Okay, now one thing is that when you're playing Ultima, what you actually, if you want to pause the game, you have to just go to this page. You hit Z for stats. Notice that Fred pretty much has nothing. Pretty much always has hands, skin, no spells. Now the fact that we're a thief, and we're not going to have any spells anyway. Most of the spells are actually mainly geared towards dungeon use. And one thing about this game, you do not have to you actually do not have to go into the dungeons to win. Unlike Ultima 3, where going into the dungeons was key. Same with 4 and 5. Here you don't. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give you an update on the game. Okay, so actually Georgia's off to a really flying start. They've scored 14 points, and Oregon has got nothing. It's still early. It's in the just beginning of the second quarter. I'm wearing my Georgia shirt today. This is the Georgia Bulldogs. So it's a muscle shirt. Yep. Okay, but let's So now what we need to do, we need to find these things called moon gates. Or they're actually, we call them time gates. Okay, now one thing you notice is that we're getting a little bit low on food. Okay. Now, if I remember, there were some gates down here. Or I thought there were. Ooh, we're already running into some creatures. Okay, now this is kind of a demon, and they can actually paralyze you. Oh, yep, yep. Okay, now one thing that we always want to do is anytime you fight a thief, you always want to look at what you have. Really, number 29? Really? You know, just use the momentum forward. Come on, why'd you have to grab that? Why'd you have to do the horse collar thing? Well, I just gave Oregon 15 yards. It's the last thing you want to do. Give them a glimmer of hope. Okay. So what we want to do is, you see this monster icon that looks like mine. That's another thief. Well, so after you kill a thief, you always want to see what item you get. The item that you want to get is the one that we're looking for is a blue tassel. Now you may say, why do you need a blue tassel, Moody? Are like, were you going to graduate or something? Okay, now I'm going to save it because what happens, the bad thing about this game is that sometimes you can get bad luck. And not, you know. See, we're going after a fighter, and fighters, that fighter hit pretty hard. Now, there is a way to get hit points, but unfortunately what we need to do is we need to get to Lord British. Okay. We're getting low on hit points. Oh, Fred Jones is dead. Darn it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and get more. Going to get more Virgin Punch. Okay. So what I'm hoping to do here is I'm going to try it again. Let's go through. Let's boot it up again and let's create. Hopefully it'll let us create a new character because we need to. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if it'll. I'm going to see if it still remembers that Fred is dead. Okay, now we've saved Scum. See that fighter sucks. I mean, it looks like we're gonna die again. Yep. Okay, here we go again. So now what we're going to do this time is we are actually, instead of battling the fighter, there's a way out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, yep, so we're going to go north. Okay, green gems, nope, See, this is the problem with this game early on. Sometimes you can get caught early on. See, right now I've got 5 monsters that can potentially attack me. That's the one problem. Yep. That's number 3. Okay. Now that being said, it's third down. It's George is on the 10-yard line of the Ducks. I'll tell you what, that was a good tackle. I thought the Georgia player was going to make it. That being said, Georgia's got first and goal on the 1-yard line. I'll tell you what our goal here is. Let's see if we can't get lucky and get some really solid hits on the fighter. Okay, good. That's actually not bad. Now, I like these orc-like characters. These characters don't do a lot of damage. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for this moon gate to come back up again. Or this. Okay, so I'm going to enter it. Ah, good. So if I enter, you read the sign. It says this is the time of this is Legends. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. And I am now going into this time. This is a castle that we can go through. So let's save it. Okay, so now I think now we don't have to worry about Fred Jones dying anymore. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go into the castle. Go into the castle and we're going to talk to Lord British. And what Lord British is going to do is he's going to give us... Yep, I decide to pop up. Okay, so every time Lord we talk to Lord British, we give him 50 gold, gives me 300 hit points. So that's going to solve the hit point problem. And I'm Fire Egg. Welcome again. Okay, now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to one of the guards. Okay, this guard says funny no response. This guard says pay your taxes. Now, you may say, oh, who cares? No response, pay your taxes. What happens is a guard that does not respond cannot be killed. So in other words, if a guard says pay your taxes, that means that they are okay. Fire's going to redeem the dirty joke. I don't know how much longer the dirty joke's going to be up there because of the because I've had I, actually I think one of my future students dropped into the stream and they kind of said, we're going to like it, but so I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be up there. So I'm just trying to think of a good dirty joke. Okay, got one. That was a business person, and this is not really. This is there's going to be a cussing in here, so some adults. It was a business person that was busy, very busy, made a lot of money, but upset that he didn't have time for the family. So someone suggested, hey, you know what? Make a clone. Make a clone. That way you can spend time with your family and your clone can take over the business. Well, the clone took over the business. Unfortunately, the clone was like, basically mate. I was like, hey, you want some puss, man? Hey, want to get laid? Hey, fuck you, hey, and basically just being a lewd a-hole. Cussing. This was getting in trouble. People were suing. Customers were leaving. Employees were leaving. So the guy said, I have to take care of this. So the clone was like in a, in a high rise that for a meeting. So businessman was like, clone, you're gonna have to go. So the guy devised this really great idea. He'd say, okay, we're gonna talk to the clone on the balcony, and then I'm gonna, push him off the balcony. Woohoo! Well, the plan worked. I pushed the foul mouthed clone off the balcony, and I was like, hey, finally, woohoo! No more of this cussing. Well, police arrived. And guys like, what? Oh, what? I didn't do anything. It's like, hey, the guy deserved it. Police said, yes. Yes, we're not going to charge you with murder. We're going to charge you with making an obscene clone fall. Sorry that wasn't the best dirty joke, but, Okay, I'm watching football here. It says Boise State versus Oregon State. It says Boise State has a 50% chance to win. Interesting. Yep. Okay, there's a game update. Oregon UGA 21, Oregon 0, and about 6:30 to go. I mean, okay, so now here, so now I'm actually now to the point where I'm actually pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Plan B into action with respect to the game. Now you notice how my food is going down. My food supply keeps going down. Okay. Okay, Oregon? Really? So I'm watching the UGA game. Really, Oregon, it's like you can't really beat Georgia straight up, so you have to like really get like fancy and cute. You know, okay, let's like do flea flicker, okay, you know. Of course, it's one time I did that for chess. I actually one time, couple times, if someone played the Queen's Gambit, I actually played a junk. I played a junk counter gambit against them. Okay, Ronald McDonald sings, "Try our new ride through." Ride through, really? Now, mind you, the era that we are in is 1990. So why would there be a ride through? You know. But guess what I'm going to do? See, notice that I'm a thief. Now, the good part about about these old games, guess what you could do? Okay, so watch my food supply. Okay, I stole 1,000 food. And see that's the drawback to these old games. You could actually get away with stealing. And notice that the guards don't know any better. Now that being said, will guards eventually come by? Yes. Okay, Georgia, you gotta get stiff. I mean, there's Oregon. The ducks are on the move. The ducks are on the move. Quack quack quack. The ducks are on the move. Now eventually it seems like it tops off. Okay, so now we're at 20. Now we're at about 21. Oops, I better save it. Yep, now we're about 2,100. Okay, so guess what do you think we're gonna do? Oh yeah, we're going back in town and we're going to. Come on, do you really think we're gonna go steal food again? Okay, so let's get our thing. Come on, it was an illegal head bob, ref. By the way, the Georgia game, it's Oregon looks like it's going to go for a field goal. Better get 3 points than nothing. Okay. Okay, game update. Okay, I'm actually going to have a little fun. Feel free to vote in the poll. Okay. And what we're doing, I thought I'd do kind of a fun poll for about 10 minutes. What I want you to do is it's a very simple poll. How many points is a field goal worth? How many points is a field goal? Choices are 2 points or 3 points. Feel free to vote. You don't have to, but I'm trying to do a few more interactive things. Yeah. I'm fired. You must have mistyped a little bit. Yep. Yeah, I like doing these. And of course, I think I asked an interesting question. How many points is a field goal? I will agree. An NFL guy, that's fine. Orion. Hey, the thing about college is that you really only need about. This is just my opinion. There's probably only about, I would say, 10, probably 15 teams that are really worth following. And so that's especially a lot of college teams. It's a lot of times it's where you went to school, or like hey, I'm an alumni of Georgia. Okay. But we still have the poll. Feel free to participate. How many points is a field goal? Okay, so what I'm going to do again is I'm going to okay, so now Georgia gets the ball back, so hopefully they can do something with it. Uh Now I'm trying to remember St. Mary's. Where is that? Because I know there's about three or four St. Mary's that I know of. If you want, you can give me an approximate location. I'm curious. Is that probably sounds like either a D2 or D3 school. Oh, Mercyhurst. I've heard of that. So okay. So what we're gonna do again? We're gonna go back in and we're gonna keep up this stealing food racket for a little bit. I want to get about maybe 5,000 to 6,000 food. Hey, ref! He held him. He held him, ref. Sorry, I'm watching the TV. I'm kind of like Georgia. Ooh, I like those Aflac trivia questions. They have okay. Do I have a multi-display setup? Not really. I don't have a multi-display setup. I'm not. Actually, I kind of do. If it depends. Multi-display. I actually have. Um, I'm not sure. I'm assuming. I'm not sure if you're what you mean by multi-display, but I have like the one. Of course, see, I have the camera, so I have a camera that I can wave to. Below me, I have kind of a it's kind of like something where you can keep track of things. Like let's say you're doing pinball and high scores, whatnot. You can put stuff there. Then I have my right the window, and that's the window that's capturing. But in reality, this is an extremely simple setup. You know, I'm in the reason I haven't streamed pinball is because it's complicated because you need a lot of it. You need about about three, four cameras, which I have. But okay, let's see. Okay, now, so let's do a food racket a couple more times, and once you do the food racket, once I do the food racket, you get about 6,000 food. But now, as far as multi-displays, I actually do have two computers running at the same time because what the one computer actually this game it honestly it doesn't it goes some into depth but I've beat it before. I've actually beat it several times before, so I'm pretty familiar with how to win. But and I'd say when you say in depth, it's actually there's I would say there's a lot involved. Now I'm not going to beat it today, okay? This is only episode 1, so I'm going to use this for like my next couple episodes. And right, you play Valorant. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of Valorant. Never heard of that. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're not. Our food supply isn't getting bigger. So again, the question of the poll question right now: how many points is a field goal? It's either 2 points or 3 points. Oh darn! 84 is like hitting the ground. Duh! If I could have missed. If I could have avoided that tackle, I'd still be going. Cool. Kicker in middle school. Now did you were you fire? You when you said kicker was were you field goals? Did you mainly do field goals, kickoffs, or punts, or all of them? Yeah, field goal. Cool. Uh-oh! Do you see what happened? Do you see apparently some guard got ticked off that we were stealing? Uh-oh, come on, number 6, go, 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 go! Oh, yeah! So you're inside the 5, first and goal. Come on, Georgia, do not blow this opportunity. It's time. All right, I like that. Get down there, get down there. Run a play. Okay. So let's save it. So of course, I have to, Yeah! Touchdown, baby! Better not be a flag. We got a little. Darn autocorrect. Okay, poll question is over. Okay, thank you for those participated in the poll. And honestly, I'll be honest with you, there is actually both answers are technically correct because I did not specify the sport. If you're looking at football, yes, field goal is 3 points. But in basketball, field goal, which is when you shoot a basket, is worth 2 points. Well, maybe three. Um, or that being said, if you're playing like in like like an MTV Celebrity Basketball, or let's say something more entertaining like the Harlem Globetrotters, they probably have all sorts of cool things. Probably have like 4 point, 4 point circles. I know MTV used to have like this 25 and 50 point shot you can do. Which in my opinion makes it a little bit OP. And by the way, the phrase OP means um, overpowerful. Wow. Fire coming through with the obscure sports. Now I have a feeling that's something that you would probably see on like ESPN 8. Okay. So let's see what else Port Boniface has. It looks like they have a chapel where you can get married. Looks like they have a place you can get magic spells. They have a place you can get food. Okay, so I'm actually going, but yeah, and see, that's one thing I like when if you're doing like questions, you always have to be careful because sometimes, someone always finds a loophole. Do you like Pop Smoke? What the heck is Pop Smoke? Is that like some type of eatery? Is that like a phrase for something? Okay. Which I've never heard of. Honestly, I'm not. Maybe I've been. Maybe I've been living. Maybe I've been like Patrick and living under a rock all my life. Okay, so now we're gonna go to another area. Now, see, fortunately, you see, we're in big trouble here because we're get this one guy is paralyzing our legs. Now, fortunately, we have enough. Fortunately, we have enough hit points that we can withstand it. But still, hello, Worlds of Rogue. Hello, how are you doing? Still playing Ultima? Actually, I am, and believe it or not, this is Ultima. It's Ultima 2. I'm still playing Ultima 7. That game's being very stubborn for me. Have you tried Ultima Replenisher Electrolyte Powder? I haven't. Good, we have these orcs. I like... Oh, come on, really? You respawned an orc right above me? You piece of shit. Sorry, pardon my French. Do you know how to juggle? Unfortunately not. Come on, you stupid game! It's like, sheesh. You're respawning all these monsters right around me. It's like, I don't think you want me to win. Enjoying, yes, maybe getting a little bit frustrated because it's like, okay. Okay, we've got to, okay. In fact, I lost so many hit points, I'm actually going to go back to the, back and go Lord British and get me replenished. Chemjoke redemption for channel points. Okay, so now we're back up to about 2,400 hit points. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, okay. Okay, right now, let's see. I've got these two creatures that are like... Uh, question is, do I like UGA or Oregon? As soon as I can kill this devil that's to the left of me... Fire? Here, very simply answer your question. This tells you everything that you need to know. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm now going to a different time. Now, I have to walk through some swamp, which I don't like, but I need to because I really need to. There's a town down here that I really want to get to. There's a town here, and I need to... right now I'm drinking the same thing I actually drank last night. I have some Virgin Punch left, and I'm finishing it off. Okay, so I'm gonna save the game here, and actually I'm gonna get it refilled. It actually is infused with some vitamins and electrolytes. I'm gonna take a brief break because I need a refill. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I do need to give a UGA game update. And I also thought I'd throw a little joke in there. Okay? Now, the key thing that we're looking for now that we're, so the next thing we're going to go for, I'm going to save it again. But honestly, this is my favorite times of the year, college football. Okay, so let's go into this village here. Now, one thing I'll do, I'm going to talk to some of the characters. The druid. Anon nathrak ustas pesor dein doctintes. Roughly translated, hey, visit the clergy. An astronaut claims Father Antos lives on X. An astronaut claims there is a planet X. Okay, that's the deli. A merchant says, "Will you buy my apples?" A wizard says, "Hexy poo hex on you." The philosopher theorizes, "She's got to be at 999." A jester sings, "Ho, ho, ho." Okay, let's see what else there is. Let's see if there's anything else that's of use. Don't see anything here. Whoa, okay. I see something over there. Oh, that's the oracle. This is Baradane's town. Let's see if there's something way up here. Besides swamp. Ugh. Okay, yep, we know that's the oracle. Okay. The deli. Okay. Personally, I was hoping there'd be something more here. Okay, so we're going to, what I'm going to do is I'm hoping to find another town here. Okay. And I don't think there's another town here, so what I'm going to do... Oh, good. Come on. Darn. Oh, great. We have sea monsters now. It's the last thing we need. Last thing we need to be battling is sea monsters. Because they're tough. Okay, it looks like there's a town down below. Okay, now you notice that it says that I'm battling a thief. Sometimes thieves will steal stuff from my inventory. That can't be helped. Yes! 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 Blue tassels, baby. Now, some of you may be wondering why celebrate a blue tassel? It allows you to board ships. Now you may say, okay, Moody, you're boarding ships. Who cares about ships? Well, guess what? We're gonna hopefully we're gonna commandeer a ship, and you'll see why. Okay, I'm gonna save it, and I better make sure that the So see, if you're playing this game, your first goal is to get a blue tassel. And once you get a blue tassel, do not lose it. Okay, so this is Town Linda. Let's see. Okay, transport. Now we can't buy ships here. We actually have to earn them. Okay, the armory. So we have some gold. So what do you think we should do? Do you think we should A, buy some armor, or B, steal it? You know what I'm thinking. You know what I am thinking. Okay, now, one thing you always want to do, if you're going to steal, only make one attempt. Because you don't want you don't want the guards after you. Let's see, yeah. A cleric says believe. Okay? What I always like to do, if I do something even somewhat insignificant, I always like to save and select the disc. Now, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got chain armor. So let's wear armor, let's do chain. Okay, so we've got chain, so now we've got chain armor. That's going to give us some protection, which is what we want. Okay, well, you know what? I have an idea. Well, actually, I have not tried digital pinball yet. Now, I actually I actually do have I think FX set up. No, there's FX3 and then there's Visual Pinball. And I'd like to do Visual Pinball. Now a couple other streamers do that, and they told me something about a baller installer. But I actually did get to the point where I had some tables, but I had trouble like installing them. Like, okay, it's like, so what's over here? Weapons! Yes, weapons. Okay, so remember, we're only going to make one attempt at a time. So we got a mace. Mace is only like about like two. It's kind of low down on the chart. So, oh, cool. They're showing the looks like the Georgia. Well, it's not really the dance team. It's kind of like the It's they're kind of like the majorettes. I mean, I remember we had like a while back we had a featured twirler that was like, I mean, that did some of the I'll just say did some of the craziest things I could ever imagine with a baton. And by the way, if you think if it's tough to twirl a baton, two batons at a time with your hands, try twirling two batons with your legs. Okay. Try to tilt. Yeah, you're the one. You're the one I mentioned. Remember, mentioned about you mentioned baller installer. So, and I assume that is for Visual Pinball because I know there's Visual Pinball, and I know there's FX3. Tilt. Hey, try to tilt with it with a 9-month sub. That sub is gonna have a baby. And y'all, everyone, I have to say this. Try to tilt pin. Oh, hey, arcade player ABC, thank you very much for the follow. And by the way, go check go follow Try to Tilt Pinball. Usually streams on Tuesday. They great streamer. Great streamer, loves play. Tuesdays he usually streams from Cactus Jack's in Oklahoma, so it's a fun time. He also has a very good selection of virtual pinball. Awesome person. Also very excellent streamer. Can't say enough good stuff about Try to Tilt Pinball. Okay. So I'm sorry we're going back because a mace just doesn't cut it. I just got a weird inspiration for an interesting weapon. I have a weapon, we call it the Mace of Mace. And how it works is okay. I'm doing great. I'm enjoying the Labor Day weekend. I've started back teaching. Yep. Okay, so let's see what weapons we've got. Okay, we got bows. Now, by the way, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Like enjoying the long weekend. Yeah, I mean that's actually it's a mace of mace, and what it would do is it if you hit it sprays an irritating spray in your eyes, and if you don't save, it's like there's probably some penalty or whatnot. Okay. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm watching the Georgia Oregon game. Let's just say right now, Georgia's pretty much steamrolling Oregon. And I had to crack a joke about the Oregon Ducks. Now you notice I tried to steal 3 times with no luck. One thing I don't want to do is I don't want to push my luck and have the guards not like me. What I mean by guards not like me is the guards will actually come to attack me, and that won't be good. Because honestly, I have about 1900 hit points. If you're attacked by a guard, 1900 hit points isn't that much. Now maybe the game kind of knows what I'm up to, and is I think maybe responding accordingly. Here's what I want to do though. I'm actually going to go out. I'm actually going to go after the sea creature. Now, one thing I don't want to battle is I don't want to battle any thieves. I do not want to battle any thieves because they could steal my blue tassel. Uh-oh. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm just looking at the quarterbacks in the first half. Stetson Bennett, 18 for 21, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns. I don't think you can do much better than that. Hope everyone's doing well. This is John Moody of Moody Mystery. I'm doing a pop-up stream. Just thought I'd want to kind of stream like watch some Georgia football. Stream some old Ultima games. Okay, let's see what weapons I stole. Ooh, great swords. Ooh la la. Nice. And that's actually a level 6 weapon. Okay. Whew. Okay. So let's go back and steal some armor now. Let's go back, steal some armor. I hope everyone's doing well. Y'all, I'm just so happy that you're taking a little bit of time out of your day. Watch some streaming. And by the way, lurkers are welcome. There's no rules that you have to say, hey, you know, you have to be active in chat. Nope. If you want to lurk. Okay, so it looks like our next so it looks like we got some plate armor, which is actually a step up from chain. Oh. Which is actually a step up from chain armor, so we're gonna wear that. Thou art not strong enough to wear. Ooh. And if you look at my strength is only 19. And so how the game works is like your agility depends on what weapon you can use. Your strength determines on what armor you can wear. And I kind of like that in a way. It's like if you're going to wield a fancy weapon, you probably need, you need the strength to do it. Ooh, now you notice that we got one shot. You notice that all we did is like one. Now I don't really want to do it. Okay, I didn't really want to do it, but I mean, I don't want to really fight thieves because the reason being is because they could steal my blue tassel. I don't want that. Okay, so we're doing great, okay? Okay, there's my score update. I hate to say it, Oregon, it's like, now some of you may wonder what this is. This is a dungeon. Now, one thing to keep in mind about these dungeons, you don't really need to go in them. So in other words, the dungeons are really not that necessary here. I just went in one to show you how it looked. Okay, there's a thief over there, and remember, I'm not wanting to go after thieves, really. I don't want to really go after thieves until I get... There's a certain thing that I'm looking for. See, I have that blue tassel. That blue tassel is going to be really important because, again, that's going to allow me to board a ship. Now what I need to do is apparently I need to wait for a ship to come in. And I'm not sure if this is true, but if you do more So I got another sea creature. Let's kick the sea creature's butt. So as long as as long as we don't get a thief that takes our blue tassel, we're good. And right now what I'm looking for a ship to appear. That's why I'm wandering around. Ooh, good. Now you see we're actually decent. We have a great sword, we have chain armor. Okay, it looks like Oregon now has the ball. And I hate, how can I say this nicely? Oregon's not doing much with the ball. Come on, Oregon. Now, by the way, a couple people probably were saying when the news people were talking about this, they were saying, well, it's not really a neutral site game because it's in Atlanta, which is probably Atlanta's probably 2,500 miles from Oregon and about 80 miles from Athens. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just waiting on a ship to appear. Yep, I still got my blue tassels. I want a ship to appear because that way I can sail. Oh no, you'll see why I want a ship. And I'm hoping if I can get an encounter with like a water creature or two, I'm hoping that increases the chance that a ship will eventually appear. Now you see, unlike before, when I only had like hands and skin for armor, it was a lot trickier. Notice defeating monsters took longer. Now with what we got, okay, there's a thief. I don't really want to engage the thieves right now. I really don't want to engage them. I just want them to, until I get my ship, which I hope is coming soon. I hope my ship will come in. I'm going to be back. I'm going to get more Virgin Vitamin Fortified Punch. Now, one thing you notice that I like to do when I go after monsters, you know, sometimes I like to have them where they can't retreat. And the reason for that is because sometimes what happens when you hit them, oh crap, another thief. Okay. Now, by the way, in case you're on this game, experience points means nothing. So if you're level 1, all they did is they say, "Oh, this is the one drawback to the game is that it's now you'll again. I'm waiting for a ship. Come on, hopefully a ship will soon show up at some point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the risk. I'm actually going to take the risk and go after the thief because I think what I can do. I think if I get lucky, it will only take about one hit to just kill the thief. Aha, nice. Okay, ooh, it looks like I got also a strange coin. Okay, so it looks like right now Georgia is essentially they're doing a lot of running the ball. And I think see when you've got a good lead, you know, and especially considering I think Oregon hasn't been on the field much. Um, Oregon has been on the Oregon defense has been on the field a lot. What you want to do, you actually want to try to wear them down. It's kind of like boxing or MMA fighting. It's like you're doing MMA fighting, and it's like or we'll say boxing, because it's like you may get a ninth round knockout, and you're like, hey, wow, I knocked him out in the ninth round, and maybe what happened it was you. It's not that you did knock him out in the ninth round, but all of those body punches in the earlier rounds wore them down to the point where you could like finish them. I'll tell you what, it's taking a long time for a ship to show up. I was getting worried there because the thief I kept missing, and see one thing, if you keep missing, the worrisome part is that you're going to The worrisome part is that the thief is going to steal your blue tassel. Yep, so we still have our blue tassel. Okay, oh. Okay, it looks like they have something called crab walk. So like I'm seeing a GMC Hummer. It's got a crab walk feature. I'm just wondering if that's like, maybe that makes me think of South Park, crab people, crab people, crab people. Oh, look, yay. I think it's Vince Dooley's birthday. Yay, got some Georgia cheerleaders. I'm just going to say, if anyone's curious about what probably one of the most interesting cheerleaders, Anna Watson. If you're curious, look her up. If you're not curious, don't look her up. Hope everyone's doing great on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. I don't know about you, but I've got some. Okay, good. There's a sea creature, so I want to be like, okay. Come on, give us a ship. Give us your ship already, okay? Holy schmikeys. I've never seen a run. It's like the runner was like bottled up for UGA, and they just kept pushing the pile forward. I hate to say it, I think Oregon, I think's getting worn out. Now, also college football news, if anyone's been following college football, they've actually proposed to expand the playoff to 12 teams. See, I don't know about you, but I think it's nice that they expanded it, give more teams opportunities, especially maybe teams that peak towards the end of the season. Oh crap, I didn't want to go into that gate. Okay. So I'll just let the moon gates pass by. Okay, go back into this and that should, okay, we got a flag. Looks like what they call the classic IBW. Illegal block in the black back below the waist. Okay, well, looks like Georgia got a touchdown. That being said, I'm not. It's tough. It's probably going to be reviewed because it's really close. Now you see that a thief stole things. It said a thief stole something. It gave me that warning twice. Now, luckily, you notice that we still have the blue tassels. We still have the blue tassel, which is a good thing. So I'm going to save it again just to be like, okay. Saving it just in case. Come on. And y'all actually saw why I was not the most enthusiastic about the thief. You know, it's like, okay, about fighting a thief. They actually stole two things from me, and that's not good. And right now, what I'm trying to do. Okay, good. So what we need to do, we just need to keep defeating monsters and essentially wait on a ship. Come on, really? I like how the monster spawns. Like, that orc appeared out of thin air. I like that's fun. What I'm trying to do is the thing is, if they do spawn a boat, I'm trying to get it to at least a coast where I can easily board it. You must have looked up the Anna Watson. I actually did see her in person a couple times. I've never seen her in the weight room, but she's fairly strong. I think the one thing about her, it's like she's extremely lean. Because if let's say so she was like had probably very low body fat, so she probably looked more, very, so she looked very ripped. So that's the thing I noticed. Okay, I'm hoping to get a few more water creatures. Water creatures, that way I can water creatures. That way I can at least, maybe encourage the game to give me a ship. I'd say George is kind of running away with it. Now, so one thing to keep in mind, and one thing I like to do a lot of, is I teach, but I also like to do a lot of what we call assessments, like testing. And so one thing that when you're looking at this, so you're looking at the game, and so the first thing that comes to mind is, well, what is UGA that good, or is Oregon overrated? It's kind of like a student gets a It's like a student gets a 95% on the exam. Actually, no, this is not my wrestling shirt. This is actually Georgia Bulldogs. This is the Georgia Bulldogs. I have this from 2004. I have to crack a joke about the Oregon mascot. Ooh. Can someone please send me a ship, okay? I'm wanting a ship. What more can I do I need to ask for, What more? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the Lord British Castle, and I'm going to get buy me some more hit points. Yes, actually this is a game that you do need food to stay alive. And in this game, the best way to get food, the best way to get food is buy chicken fingers, but buy them in quantities of 5. Because if you buy chicken fingers in quantities of 5, you get a 5-finger discount. LOL. Yeah, literally, that's how I actually got my food. I stole it. Actually, most games they do have a mechanism where you do need food to stay alive, except Ultima 6. Ultima 6 was one of those rarities. It's like, you actually didn't need food, and you could survive. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to the original era. Sometimes what happens when you do this, sometimes it resets things and gets monsters to spawn a little bit more quicker. I've never seen that game, but it sounds like one of those games where it's of course the Ionite Monk, you know what that could be? Of course, to keep in mind, if your characters are named Shaggy and Scooby, then yeah, I can see, I can see you needing lots of food. But I know Ultima 7, the same thing. It's like I play Ultima 7 and the characters keep saying, I am hungry, I am hungry. You know, when do we eat? I'm hungry. Oh, ooh, Bandit Kings. Yeah, and especially if you're trying to feed an army, literally. I mean, yeah, let's just say you need lots of food. I mean, I love this. Hey, we're knocking some of these creatures out with only like one hit. Look what I see, a ship. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Okay, so so now it's gonna let me board the ship. Now this has a bug where it always spawns another ship. Now one thing you can do, now that I have the ship, I can fire cannons. And since I can fire cannons, do you notice now all of a sudden the game has become a lot easier? Now one thing you still want to be careful of. See, I still have a blue tassel. You know, I still, there's always a possibility my blue tassel could be stolen. So when I fire against thieves, I always want to make double check that I kill them right away. Or that I don't give them an opportunity for them to get a shot in. Or a turn against me. Well, actually, it would be nice if the boat could go over land. But you know what? I think I have a better idea. I think I have a much better idea with respect to the boats. I have a much better idea for getting over land. And one thing about the boat is actually the boat gives you some decent armor. Ah, this is where all the creatures are. So, it's time to start mowing them down. Yep, and they attack me Adam West Batman style. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. So now what I'm doing, I'm actually now killing the thieves, but I'm killing them safely. And see now you notice that anytime you kill a thief, you're gonna get more stuff. And it looks like Georgia has taken out their starting quarterback. I think because I don't see Bennett in there. I see Beck, number 15. So Georgia's already kind of giving, now remember this goes up to 99. Cause see when I assign the numbers, like I actually signed the numbers. I actually gave my thief 14 strength, but because I chose male, it gave me a 5 point strength bonus. Oh. Okay, so what I'm going to do now now I'm actually going to start to visit some of the other areas. And specifically the area I'm going to be going to is oh yeah, D&D. Oh yeah, D&D. D&D, I think your strength maximum is like technically they usually cap it at 18, but there's ways to get it higher. Okay, now what happens when you're as your hit points get higher, Lord British gives you less and less. Okay, now I've got a ship anchored on that one peninsula. Okay, so my next goal is to actually get a key. So I'm actually going to go here to get a key. But while I'm here, might as well get some. I might as well get some food. Do you think I'm going to be buying food? No buying for me. It's going to steal some food. I'm going to steal from McDonald's. Okay. So now I'm going to save it. Move a square, eat a food. What kind of metabolism does your thief have? Well, my thief is named Fred Jones, but I'm wondering if it's really Shaggy Rogers, who's like, from Scooby-Doo, who's like every 5 seconds is like, need like, oh, he needs food every 5 seconds. Okay, so here we're gonna get me a key. Now, one thing I know that guards carry keys. So I'm actually gonna go. Let's first talk to guard. Guard says pay your taxes, so that means the guard can be killed. Notice that those guards hit pretty good. Every time the guard hits me, it's about like 100 hit points. Keep an eye on her hit points, Moody. Okay. Now notice that I negated time. See, if I have a strange coin, that means I can essentially freeze time for a little bit. Okay, so now what I have done, if you look at my supply, you notice that I have 2 keys. So now the fact that I have 2 keys mean I can open doors. So that's going to open some doors for me. Gives me an idea, actually. Okay, so now, let's see. Do I have a strange coin? Nope, I was hoping to have a strange coin, but I don't. Now, let's see if the guards remember me. No, they don't. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, now that I have a key, ooh, Port Boniface. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back and I'm actually going to try to get, I'm actually going to go back to my era and I'm going to try to get me a strange coin. Because the strange coin, if I get it, it'll make what I'm about to do easier. I was worried about battling the thief, but I didn't lose. Nothing got stolen. Honestly, I'll feel better if I have 2 blue tassels. Okay. So it looks like a bit of an ad break, so I'm going to get back. Okay, so now we're gonna get back our ship. Now we want to go for thieves, because remember we're looking for. Okay, nope, no strange coins yet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to so now what we need some monster spawning here. And especially thieves, because remember, but right now we're not picky. Right now what we're trying to do, we're just trying to get, ooh, okay, good. We're just trying to get experience points here. Okay. Now, if by the way, the items that question may be like the items, what do they do? Each item has a specific thing that it can do. Like for example, cloaks will protect you against arm paralysis. Like magical boots, they'll prevent they may prevent foot paralysis. Blue tassels allow you to board and operate a ship. Green gems and red gems, I'm not sure what they are for, but because I want to get a strange coin because that's going to help me negate time. And some of you may wonder, okay, why does Moody want to negate time? Because I'm going to go back to the Port Boniface, and if you notice, there were some thieves it looked like there was a port. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to steal a ship. I was going to actually steal a ship and, Now the only drawback to ships is that you cannot bring them. Oh, I got 2 blue tassels now. Now that's good because in case the thief steals a blue tassel, I can still board the ship. I can still board a ship. I could see if they're open. That would be interesting. Okay, skull keys, onks, gems, helms, cloaks. Oh, thank you, the Ionite Monk, the green gem. Ah, okay, so some of these things are what we call what we often call thief bait. So like for example, if let's say you're playing let's say you're playing Wizardry 4, and there's a certain item that you absolutely need, what you can do, you can just, or an item that you have to have, you can have other items, you can have more other items available, so that way instead of getting the good stuff stolen, you can get the junk stolen. I think this is the first time I've seen Georgia punt today. So Georgia is punting. Now, honestly, that being said, I don't think that Georgia's like overly concerned, because they're probably most of their like second and third string is playing. You should be get oh. You know what I would say? I'd probably get along with Hank Hill. I actually like Hank, very, like very honest man, does really good honest work. Doesn't take guff. Okay, good. We got our strange coin. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is where I want to land because I have a moon gate here that'll take me to Legends. Okay, let's quit and save. Now, by the way, if you want to farm gold, um, this is actually the best place to farm gold here. Yeah, maybe it is cheap that I can attack with a ship unlimited, but still. Okay. So now this is where I'm gonna borrow a ship. I'm gonna borrow a ship. Now, the reason I wanted to negate time is, you see, what I want is I actually want all of those thieves. You see, they're not blocking the door. So we'll negate time. I'm gonna unlock the door, and I'm gonna take a ship. Okay, they're coming after me. Now, what I've done, you notice that I've done, by hitting the guards, I have all the other guards ticked off at me. Now you notice that there was a guard that said that I could not hit. Well, the Ionide Monk, this is kind of like, you know, the AI for this game is probably from the 80s. And the thing about the AI is like, you know, it's like, okay, you have a guard, you have a threat. You know, what you do as guard is, you know, you're supposed to, protect the town. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some monster, like, you know, look at some of the monsters, see if we can eliminate. Okay, so now what we have, now we have a ship in this era. Come on. That was a bit risky with attacking. Ooh, okay, good. Okay, so right now it looks like the game is there's about 9 minutes to go in the game. That being said, I just don't see any way that Oregon can win. You know, so I think what hopefully both teams are concentrating on is giving their backup some playing time and making sure no one important gets hurt. That's the last thing I want to see. The last thing I want to see is I want to see someone, you know, finishing up a game and like getting hurt very late. That's in my opinion that's not right. But you know, hey, it happens. You know. Okay, so it looks like the monsters are not responding that quickly, which is all right. I'm wanting it to get to 800 gold. No particular reason, but you'll see. Okay, good move by the Oregon quarterback. Step out of bounds, you know. So we're still stuck at 780 gold. Okay, there's okay. So now we're above 815. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how we can get ability score increases. Okay, so we're gonna save it. Okay. Let's okay, so we're gonna okay, so we're gonna okay, this is New San Antonio. So there's some transport, which is nice. Ah, a thief says, "Psst, wanna buy a watch?" I'm just gonna go around New San Antonio, explore it. Okay, death and destroy. That must be the weapons place. Ooh, look what I see there. I see airplanes. I see some airplanes. So, guess what? There is something better than ships. Swashbuckler's Pub and Pizza. Okay, now, this is one, okay, so one thing that you do, guard says pay your taxes. Now remember, if a guard does not respond, that means they cannot be hit. So that's how you know you have. So this guard, okay. The pool. Oh yeah, sure. I'm going swimming in the pool. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of sea serpents there. Oh yeah, sure. Let's go swimming. Okay. A clerk states, "Welcome to the Hotel California." Okay, so this is a Hotel California. Okay, so you see, so our ability score, so we're going to offer gold direct. Clerk says thank you very much. Notice that our scores are still the same. Alakazam. Okay, now you notice that my wisdom used to be 15. You see my wisdom is now 19. So this is where you increase your ability scores. Now this guy keeps saying thank you very much, which is ticking me off. So now he raised my strength. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm a little ticked off that this clerk only gave me like 2 ability score increases for 800 gold. Well, I mean inflation, but the jerk, like about 6 out of 8 times he said thank you very much. It's like, you know, It's like, oh, it's like, oh, I'm gonna give you an ability score increase. Oh, just kidding. So now remember that I have a ship in this era. And by the way, there's actually five different time periods. Okay. Ah, cool. See, the good news is my strength increased, so I'm actually now able to upgrade to plate. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in time. This is the time of legends. Now, if you look up above me, you'll notice that you see lots of creatures. You see lots of creatures, lots of monsters. Now, that being said, this is actually called the time of legends. Now, if what we can do, if we are able to commandeer a ship here, these creatures actually respawn the fastest. You know, and so you can you can actually make get a lot of gold here pretty quickly. Ooh. Come on, ref! That's not a first down, okay? Now that being said, you may say, you know, if I look up at those creatures, I see a devil-looking thing, I see a Balrun, I see a devil, I see a couple of mages, I see a cleric. Honestly, how can I say this nicely? These are creatures that I just don't want to like mess with. Now, what I may do, if I wanted to, I could maybe just rest here, and maybe a ship will eventually show up. And if I can commandeer the ship, guess what I can do? I can eliminate a lot of those creatures, and that would really make life easier. Ooh, delay again. A chessboard coming after me. Now, by the way, there is a really big game later on tonight on ABC. If you're a fan of college football, it is Notre Dame and Ohio State. It is a clash of top 5 teams. Now, right now, Oregon is on the Georgia 5, and it's 3rd and goal. I'm gonna put donuts to dollars that Kirby that if Oregon scores a touchdown to make it like 10-49, I can just see Coach Kirby Smart having an aneurysm. And it's like, it's like, hey, Kirby's used to be a defensive coordinator, and so Kirby's wanting to, hey, let's keep him out of the end zone. So, wow. Ooh. Now you notice that why I'm even leery going up there, because even if I get close, the wizards can still cast a magic missile. Now you see what I with what I did there. You see that brought one of the creatures down, which is not really what I wanted to do. Yep, I mean that's actually what I'm thinking of doing next. My next move is to essentially steal the airplane. And by the way, I actually do have the necessary stuff to actually to fly the airplane. Now, by the way, this era, this is 9 million BC. This is what they call Pangea. And so the monsters actually spawn somewhat quickly here, so usually you can get a lot done. Unfortunately, I don't think the airplane can shoot missiles. Trust me, if the airplane could shoot missiles, I would. I'd be like, I'd already be flying it. Trust me. Okay, so Burger King looks like it's doing a $6 deal. So I've got, okay, chicken fries. So it looks like a couple rodeo double cheeseburger. Not bad. Now the good thing about using the ship, do you notice that my hit points are still in the 2200 range? They're not going down that quickly. And you notice now that I have plate. I now have plate armor, so I'd say I'm pretty okay. No, it adds. ads are playing. Okay, way to go, Georgia Bulldogs. Thank you on a congratulations on a great win. Okay. I'm going to say impressive win by the Georgia Bulldogs. I'll tell you what, Stetson Bennett, 25 for 31, 368 yards. Not sure if he threw 3 or 4 touchdowns, but I don't care. That's that's impressive. It's impressive showing. And by the way, I looked at UGA's schedule. There's right now there's not a lot out there that scares me. There's all okay. Again, what I'm going to do is probably get up to about 800 gold a second time. And then again, go back in time and increase my ability scores. And the reason you want to increase your ability scores is because that's going to it's going to make life easier for you. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm not gonna I'm gonna look at ESPN and see what games are out there. See if there's anything that's competitive. That's relevant. Okay. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do, I'm going to go to Tuos channel ESPN, and the Utah versus Florida is coming on. Now, this is my only question. I'm curious about something. If I were to kind of do a little bit of play-by-play during, like, watching the game, my question is, could that be a DMCA strike? Could someone say? Could someone say? I mean, because technically, you know how they give you that warning, like the accounts of this game or the express written consent. So I'm just wondering if I kind of do like my own kind of like commentary. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can get trouble for that. I'm kind of curious. I'd be curious to see how much trouble I could get in. I probably Twitch. I think would probably let it slide. But hey, everyone, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I'm just doing a playthrough of Ultima 2, but I'm kind of also doing some college football here, watching that, and commenting on the games. While right now the game that they're showing is Cincinnati and Arkansas. And it looks like Arkansas is now up by 2 touchdowns. If you remember, if any of you college football fans, if you remember Cincinnati, they were the first outside the Power Five to actually get into the college football playoff. That being said, Alabama defeated them, but still, that was a pretty good accomplishment. And I think part of it is because they actually played and defeated Notre Dame. A good Notre Dame team who was, But the big one is Notre Dame's going to be playing Ohio State in 7:30. That's going to be the big one. Because that's actually a top 5 game. Oh shit. Okay. You always be careful of those thieves. Okay, we still got 2 blue tassels. Let's see. We've got brass buttons and skull keys. That's good. We want those. And by the way, in chat, you've been great about when ads are playing. Just let me know when ads are playing so I can be like... So I can make sure that I don't talk, because one thing I've been found out is that if ads are playing and I'm talking, you can't hear me. I hope the sound is pretty well balanced. There's not a lot of game sound, but I'm just trying to make sure that you can hear me. Hear me fairly clearly. And by the way, last night we finished Ultima 3, so that's okay. So it looks like we have USC Trojans going against Rice. Okay, so let's take care of these people. Didn't give us a lot of gold, okay. Y'all, I like that we have about 2 blue tassels, because in case one gets stolen, we can still run a ship. Okay, wow, where is everyone? Okay. Sorry if I don't know if I recognize you, but Arcade Player ABC, I want to thank you very much for the follow. I'm, you know, right now my Twitch streaming can be essentially summarized in one word: Ultima. That being said, I'm hoping to branch out a little bit. Okay, wow, we are not really getting a lot of good stuff from the thieves. I'm like, strange coins would be nice because strange coins is actually a time stop spell. So in other words, I can negate time for a little bit. It's like I can't be like Cher. I can't turn back time, but I may be able to at least temporarily stop it. Now, by the way, I like the response that it gives you if you try to negate time. I like that. It says, negate time how? You're not Einstein. Okay, now this ball runs, keep in mind, can be major trouble because they can cast sleep spells, and sleep spells are not good. And the reason, of course, you know why sleep spells are not good. Now, by the way, so you may wonder, how do you get items? Usually to get items, that you have to essentially have to kill thieves. So anytime you kill a thief, you get like an item. Oh, God, now good. Now I got 2 strange coins, which heck. I haven't saved it in a while, so I probably should save it. Really? I like how the gate did. It's like, we'll have a moon gate here. Nope, just kidding. I'm not sure if I wanted to go here, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I remember. I have a ship parked close. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go back to the San Antonio place. We're gonna revisit the hotel person. Now, one thing I'm not a fan of, save scumming. But that being said, if this person doesn't give me good stuff, okay. Looks like Cincinnati scored a touchdown, so now Cincinnati is 1 score away. And I would say right now the most heartbreaking game I would have to say was East Carolina and NC State, and it was very heartbreaking because East Carolina actually got a touchdown to tie to potentially tie the game, and East Carolina missed the extra point. Now, yes, in the NFL that can happen because you've got it's about a 35-yard kick, but in college it's like you have to be pretty bad. Okay, so let's see. Offer goal direct. That's an Alakazam, so let's see what went up. Wisdom, okay. Okay, so we've got wisdom. Our stamina now went up. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, our strength went up a little bit. That's good. Wisdom went up. That's nice. Okay, ooh, so our intelligence went up, so that's not bad. So we got some good boosts there. The key things I want boosted are strength and agility because they essentially dictate combat. I'm gonna leave San Antonio and I'm gonna return pretty quickly because guess what I'm wanting to do? I have we're gonna have some fun, y'all. We're gonna really have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. Okay, let's. Okay, we still have plenty of food, so we're good there. Food is good, so if not, we can always go back and steal it. Okay, Death and Destroy, that's probably the weapon shop. Okay, let's see how many keys we have. Okay, we have 9 keys. That should be plenty. Oh, look, we're flying! Woohoo, yay, we're flying. Now, you know what the best part about planes is? On planes, we can actually take planes through moon gates. So we can actually take planes through moon gates. So if you think, oh, Moody, this is a fancy game. Now, I don't think planes can go through, see, I don't think planes can land in forest land. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're actually going to take our plane back to the land of legends. And what we're going to try to do, we're going to kind of try to, you know, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to kind of get the monsters to kind of like move. I don't know about y'all, but those mean Balrons can cast sleep spells. I don't know about y'all. I'm getting out of there. Not really running the propeller into the enemies, but sorry I had to get out of there, but you know, I just had too many creatures that were like, you know, that were kind of nasty, so I'm like that's what I like about this. This is cool. Yeah, so many enemies. See that? Ooh. See, my goal here is to actually get a ship on this island. I'm getting out of there. I don't know about y'all, but I'm like... See, what I'm wanting... my goal essentially is to isolate the sea creature. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for the sea creature. Oh, I don't like those creatures. Ugh. So I'm trying to isolate the sea creatures, because if I can kill a few sea creatures, I think what's going to happen is it's going to... Oh. Good. Okay, so what I'm doing... Okay, so I'm actually going. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to this era. So I've got a plane. I'm going to save it. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So it looks like Arkansas. All they need to do is just run out the clock, and they can everything will be good. So we're gonna kill some enemies here. Ooh. Now again, in this game, experience means nothing. So like the experience 802, that's meaningless. We still have a decent number of hit points. Got some lots of food. Okay, that's because we like stole. Okay, okay, I don't know about you, but it looks like my one, looks like I'm playing some ads here, so I'm gonna kind of wait I'm gonna wait a little bit, you know. I'm gonna still play. I'm gonna still keep playing. It's just won't be talking much. Okay, looks like my ad stopped. So okay, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna do the for the remainder of the stream. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep killing monsters until I get to 1,000 gold, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to San Antonio and redeem give the gold to get some ability increases, and then we'll go raid someone. Okay, so that's what the plans are. So we're gonna get 1,000 gold, San Antonio, and then we're gonna go raid someone. And then in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my preparations for hopefully for tomorrow's for my Sunday and Monday trip to Chicago. And by the way, if anyone knows of a good sub shop or a good hoagie place, close, not necessarily downtown, but somewhat close to Chicago, let me know. There's a place I usually go to called Fontano's it's in Hinsdale. Unfortunately, they'll be closed for Labor Day. So what I'm saying is I need to find something else. And no, not Mr. Submarine's not bad, and I like it because sometimes they do have good deals on Mr. Submarine, but nah. I've had their subs and they're not like super inspiring. And I think what I'm looking for in subs, just a good old Italian sub, nothing fancy Italian, you know. So if anyone has suggestions for like the Chicago area, Brookfield area, let me know. Okay. So let's see. So once we reach 1,000, we're going to go back to the San Antonio. Um, that's then we're going to call it a day. It looks like the Arkansas Razorbacks have been victorious. Have defeated the Cincinnati Bearcats. So it looks like Cincinnati Bearcats. They're probably not going to have that Cinderella season like they did last time. Okay, good. Got some strange coins, so we're good there. Okay, so we're up to about almost 450 gold. Looks like Utah's already scored. The Florida Gators, so Utah's up 7-0. Okay, there's a thief. Okay, so we're doing well here. Again, right now the plan is to get 1,000 gold, and go to San Antonio, cash it in, and then call it a night. That being said, my plans can change. So if we look here, this is 9 million BC. Okay, hope everyone's doing well. It's like apparently the monster well has dried up. Monsters aren't spawning like they used to. That's all right. See, it's like earlier in the stream I was getting ticked off because like they were just spawning so many monsters, and now all of a sudden I'm like, I'm wanting monsters. I'm like, where are they? Okay, so we're only at 550 gold, so we need about 450 more. Good, got some monsters here. Okay. Remember, I'm always okay, good. Okay. Good, getting some nice monster spawnage. Monsters coming back. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay, I was just checking my viewer. Looks like there's so I was like worried about ads, but no, don't see any. See, you have to be careful because sometimes if you let thieves get a shot, they will steal something. Now, fortunately, we're up to 3 blue tassels. I would say the big things are blue tassels, brass buttons and skull keys. Okay, we're at 827, so we only got only about 170 gold to go. Gotta be more careful approaching thieves, Moody. They've been stealing some of our stuff. Of course, I shouldn't complain. I shouldn't complain much because look at how much I stole from that like one store. How much food I stole. Probably about, well, I'm almost like 7,000 units of food. Okay, Florida, Utah still leads Florida 7-0. Okay, nicely done. We're about 50 gold away from our 1,000 goal. Then to go to San Antonio, exchange it, and then end the stream. That being said, I do reserve the right to save scum. So like for example, if let's say I get 7 out of 10, thank you very much, is guess what? I'm doing it again. In fact, there we are. We've got it. So now what I'm doing, I am going to the yep. Okay, so I think that's going to take, yeah, it's going to take us to this gate. And so, by the way, we can actually launch ourselves to San Antonio. Okay, so let's save it, and this is going to be our do stick around for the raid after it happens. I've got someone in mind. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. So let's. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see how many times they say thank you very much. One, two, three. Three. Not bad. Whoa. Now, if you look what we see here, we've got some increases. Strength is at 35, agility's at 39, so it's going to help with our damage, amount of damage we can do. Charisma with so I'd say I'm pretty happy with what we got. So let's exit. Do some exiting. We're going to so we're going to exit the city. Save it. Okay, so again, thank you everyone. You have a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend. I'm going to be back on Tuesday, where I'm going to be continuing the Ultima 7 saga. But in the meantime, you don't have to. Stick around for the raid. I raided Captain Zanzibar last night. You know what? Let's make it 2 in a row. Let's make it 2 in a row. I think Captain's doing some just chatting right now, but Still, let's send him some love. Okay.